What is the most dangerous choice you can make? Stay tuned. This is Damon Cart from NLP Gym. What is opportunity cost and how can it hurt you? If you haven't already, please click subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get these videos on a regular basis. Google defines opportunity cost as the potential gain that is lost from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. For example, you make a choice and it does not give you the results that you were hoping for or that you wanted. You've lost the potential gain that you would have gotten from choosing another choice or another alternative. Now that's a little more my simplistic version of that, but that's the way that I think about it. When I make one choice, that means that I didn't get to benefit from the potential gain of the other choices, especially when I didn't get the results that I wanted. But there's good news there. The good news is that you now have a reference experience of what you don't want, or a choice that did not give you the results that you wanted. You have a reference experience and now you have context and perspective. You now know this is not the right one. You can scratch that choice off the list and then you can go and start looking at the other alternatives that might be able to give you the results that you want when you choose one of those. Any route to success is going to be littered with choices and decisions that didn't work out. The cool part is, though, that you get to learn from every one of these choices that you've made. And with every one of these choices that does not work that you make, you get a little bit closer to finding the choice that does get the results that you want. Unless you stop trying. That's the only way that this thing stops. But as long as you keep trying, doesn't matter how many bad decisions you make or how many decisions you make that don't give you the results that you want, just keep trying and you will get there. You're just one step closer every single time you don't get what you want, because all you have to do is just make a new choice. But there is one choice that you can make that you won't learn anything, and it definitely will not give you the results that you want. And this is the most dangerous choice you can make, and it's the choice that will most negatively affect your life. And that is the choice to do nothing. Why is the choice to do nothing so dangerous? Because to many people, this choice doesn't even feel like a choice. It feels like just keeping things the same. And what people don't realize is that this is in fact a choice. When you choose to do nothing, that is a choice. But it feels safe and it feels comfortable and it feels like I'm not choosing anything. And that's why it's so dangerous. It kind of sneaks up on us. Why do people choose to do nothing? Why do people make a choice to not make a choice? It's because it feels safe. But the truth is, it's anything but safe. Choosing to do nothing or choosing to not make a choice is rooted in seeking comfort, seeking safety, seeking familiarity. Because if I make a choice, even towards something that I want, that sort of changes things, and that might put me out of my comfort zone, and in most cases it will. When you're successful, when you step up to something, when you work a little bit harder, when you take on a new endeavor, it's going to put you outside of your comfort zone, and the more it puts you outside of your comfort zone, the more you stand to gain, usually. Making choices based primarily in seeking comfort and safety and familiarity have been some of the worst choices I've ever made in my life. And the reason for that is, not only did I not get the comfort that I was seeking, or the safety, or the familiarity, I had no new results to show for it. Like when you do something new, when you try something new, at least you have some sort of results. But this idea of making your choice not to make a choice in order to be safe and secure and familiar, oftentimes is anything but. Because it doesn't feel good not to get what you want. It doesn't feel good to stagnate. It doesn't feel good to just kind of sit somewhere and not progress. Progress feels good. Not progress or not experiencing progress feels stagnant. It doesn't feel good. So you don't get any results, and it usually still is uncomfortable. For most of us, the thing that causes the most discomfort is money, or rather the lack of it. And even if you have enough money to pay your bills and pay, your house note, your car note, etc., there's still that uncertainty of whether or not you're going to be laid off, what's going to happen to the economy. There's a lot of things that are out of your hands that you have no control over that can be very scary. The solution to this is really to focus on what you do have control over. We can focus a lot on what we don't have control over, and if we're worrying about that, if we're worrying about a lot of things that we don't have control over, this is endless. I mean, if you don't have control over it, there's nothing you can do about it, so you can really just keep worrying and worry more and more and more, and it just goes on and on. When it comes to money, according to Dr. L. Michael Hall, he says to focus on wealth instead of money. That the people who struggle financially, their focus is money. The people who don't struggle financially, or rather what stands between the people who struggle financially and the people who don't, is the people who struggle financially are the ones who are focusing on money. The people who don't struggle financially are the ones who are focusing on wealth. And wealth comes from within. And that's something you do have control over. Focusing and growing your wealth from the inside out will not happen by not making a decision. It will not happen by not making a choice and by not taking action. So what do we do? That's why I asked Dr. L. Michael Hall to do a free webinar called The 7 Secrets of Wealth Creation, where he will reveal 7 myths about wealth creation and set things straight about how we create wealth. And he said, surprisingly, paradoxically, it's not about money. I read his book, Inside Out Wealth, and it was a real game changer for me. But I still feel like I haven't completely grasped everything that Dr. Hall, or rather I haven't grasped his entire wisdom on wealth creation. So I'm also bringing him here to Santa Cruz to do a 3-day workshop called Inside Out Wealth. That will be March 31st, April 1st, and April 2nd. Before committing to that though, if you want to get a sense of what he teaches and what he will be teaching, attend the webinar, The 7 Secrets of Wealth Creation. The link is right here down in the notes and also right here. So sign up for that webinar, attend that, see what you think, and if it speaks to you, then sign up for the workshop, the 3-day workshop that's coming out. Check out my website, nlp-gym.com. Follow me on Facebook for real-time updates on upcoming workshops and free practice sessions we have right here in Santa Cruz, California. If you like this video, please click like right down here and leave me a comment or a question. I will get back to you. Stay tuned to the end of this video so you can see how you can get your hands on a free NLP online training. Take care.